All right, here we go with 6th grade Excel, lesson number 53, comparing decimals in less than and greater than problems. When comparing decimal numbers, use the same procedure you have been using. Start with the digits the farthest to the left in each number and compare the values in each place. When you are comparing decimal numbers, it might help to add zeros so the numbers have the same number of decimal places. I'll show you how to do that in a second. You can also change the decimal numbers to mixed numbers whose fractions have the same denominator. Well, we're not really going to do that. I think that's a little bit too much work. But I am going to teach you how to add the zeros in. So here's our first one. We have 3.2 and we're comparing that to 3.18. Now a lot of people would think, well, 3.18 is bigger because 18 is bigger than 2. But the problem is this is 3 2/10. So we can rewrite the 3 2/10 as 3 20/100. Now we have 2 spots past the decimal on both places, and of course that 0 doesn't change the value of the number at all. We just put the 0 on there for free, and so we've got a decimal point, 2 digits, decimal point, 2 digits. Now it's a little bit easier to compare these to each other because 18 and 20, 20 is obviously the bigger number. 3.20, 3.18, which means that the 3.20 is larger than the 3.18. This is doing it as mixed numbers. You can take a look at that, but we're going to kind of move on. And it says by changing them both to decimal numbers with the same number of places or to mixed numbers with the same denominator, they are easier to compare. All right, let's keep going. Put the correct symbol between each pair of numbers. We have 4 being compared to 4.02. Well, 4 is equal to 4.00, and 4.02 is equal to 4.02. And you have 0 after the decimal point and 2 after the decimal point there. So obviously the 2 is bigger than nothing. So we put the crocodile eating the bigger number. All right, here's number 2. Let's do this one together as well. Let's fill in a 0. That's how you would do this here. So you have 2 numbers past the decimal, 2 numbers past the decimal. Now if you look at those carefully, you'll notice that they're actually the same number. 5.30, 5.30. And so these two numbers are equal to each other, right? An equal sign in there. All right, pause the video, do just number 3, turn it back on when you're ready to see the solution. Okay, you should have put a 0 out here so that you have 7.40, and this is 7.58. 58 is larger than 40, so we make the greater than symbol. All right, I think these are probably getting pretty easy for you, so go ahead and do 4 through 6. Pause the video, turn it back on when you're ready to see the solution. All right, 6.00 is the same thing as 6, 6.00. So we'd write an equal sign there. 3.9, now this one's a little tricky. You got to put a 0 on there, so we have 2 numbers past the decimal, 2 past the decimal. On this one you have 90, and on this one over here you have 9. Well, 90 is bigger than 9, so we put a greater than symbol in there. If you put equal to, you're not understanding that the places after the decimal matter. I mean, the first spot past the decimal is worth a lot more than the second spot past the decimal. So 3.9 and 3.09, completely different numbers. Okay, on this last one, stick a 0 on there, so we have 2.17 and 2.70. And 70 is larger than 17, so you should do the less than sign. All right, it says for each problem, select the number from the given set to fill in the blank. So we're going to pick from these numbers here, and whichever number goes there. Now we're looking for the number that's larger than 7.19. Is 5 bigger than 7.19? No, it's not. Is 3.75 larger? No. Is 7.5 larger? Yes, it is, because 7.5 is the same thing as 7.50, and 50 is larger than 19. So that's the one we're looking for. You can see these last two both have the numbers 5 and 3 for whole numbers. 5 and 3 are not going to be as large as 7, and we are looking for the number that's larger than 7.19. All right, go ahead and pause the video, try number 8 on your own, turn it back on when you're ready for the solution. Again, we're looking for the larger number here because the less than symbol shows that this number is going to be bigger over here. So we're looking for a number that's bigger than 6. Is 4.26 bigger than 6? No, 6 is equal to 6. 4.6, 2.64, and 6.26. We got a little extra on the 6 right there. So 6.26 is the correct answer for that problem. All right, that's it. So thanks for watching.